Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here. Today we're going to do what's in my fishing tackle bags. In this case, I have two of them requested by a subby, Gum Chewing Edition. Of course, I reorganized and updated my stuff a few months ago, as I think I mentioned in a previous video a few months ago. So even though I've done one of these before without gum chewing, this will be different than before. First of all, I have the very difficult task of choosing what kind of gum from this baggie of gum. It looks like there's bazooka in there. And there's also, what's this one? Watermelon, strawberry watermelon. Hooba booba, right? Yes, I know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I have a reason for saying it that way. And then we have cotton candy. I think that would be a little too sweet for me. I don't want too much sugar. And yes, I have a reason for pronouncing it that way also. Okay, so here's the fishing bag. Did I show you this already? I did. Okay. I actually have two bags of fishing tackle to go through because this is the one that I throw in the back of the car in the trunk for emergency fishing purposes in case I forget my normal one. And so, each one has its own important use. Although there's a lot of duplicate stuff in the two bags. Let's start with getting some bubble gum, however. What flavor is this one? These little wrapped guys. I think I'll try a couple of those. 2 or 3. I don't even know what flavor it is, but we'll find out. The microphone is a little too far away from where I want it to be. So, I'm going to make an adjustment. I hope that's not too annoyingly loud. And I'm going to bring it over here closer to where I am. I think those loud sounds I will have to edit out. But anyway, moving right along. I think I'm going to also lower this camera so you can see the stuff easier. And I can show you easier. First, we have this pocket on the outside where I keep the most commonly used fishing hooks for freshwater fishing. This tackle box is for freshwater fishing. So I have number 6 hooks here for bass and larger game fish like maybe steelhead. And I have some number 8 eagle claw, as you can see. They're very good. But so are the Gamatsu hooks. And I have some number 10 for small fish like bluegills and things. Of course, I have more hooks than that. But that's just up in that one pocket. So that I'll have some really handy if we look in the zipper part here. I think I have a whole bunch more in there. I surely do. See? Let's take a look. And here we have number 4's Eagle Claw. We have Laser Sharp. Number 6 size hooks. Laser Sharp. Gematsu, which is starting to become my favorite hook brand. Where are these made? It sounds Japanese, but it says they're made in the USA. Oh, distributed in the USA. Made in Georgia. So, Japanese name, made in Georgia. And I have some more various sizes of Gematsu. Size 4, size 8. Size 4 is bigger. Be for bass or catfish or something like that. I have size 4, size 6, size 8, and size 10 in this particular little collection. So a hook for each occasion or type of fish or fishing, if I'm using bait, right? But I do fishing that besides this type, I also fish with artificial lures. So I'm putting some of these in the outside pocket so it'll be easy to find. What's this in here? I have 22 rounds in here. You'll see later why that is. Okay. Next, this outside pocket. Wait, what's this down here? I believe it's insect repellent. Oh no, it's Banana Boat Sport 50. So that I can keep from turning a bad shade of beet red in the sun. This is sunscreen. Alright, gotta keep that handy for summertime. And on this outside pocket, we see a couple of bobbers down there. In case we want to do some bobbing, we have bobbers for that. And I have have you ever gone fishing and not had a stringer? And then you catch a fish and you have no way to keep it, nothing to put it on. I've had that happen to me. So now I keep 2 or 3 at all times, and we have, of course, the always required needle nose pliers for removing hooks, tying hooks. See, they have a cutting edge on them too, so you can clip your line, you can squeeze your split shot on the line, you can remove hooks when you catch a fish. Here, I'll do it up to the microphone. And a little gum chewing too into the microphone. All right, put that back. Let's see what we have down in this zipper pocket here, also on the outside of the bag. There's so many goodies in here, I can never remember what I've got. I've got some little pinched night crawlers by Berkeley. Don't those look yummy? I bet you'd like to eat one right now, right? Down. We have split shot to put on the line to weight it down just a little bit. Some split shot. We have, looks like I busted into this one already. We have some power bait 4-inch power worms, which is good for bass fishing, largemouth bass, or possibly smallmouth bass as well. Fish bite and they won't let go. Have you ever had a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend who bite and they won't let go? Well, you can offer them a power bait. All right. Pumpkin seed. That must be the color. These work pretty well. We also have in there more hooks. You can never have too many hooks, in my view. And then we have a Pro Select fly assortment. Fishing flies, dry flies. I've always wanted to do some dry fly fishing, but I need to get one of those clear plastic bubbles because I don't have a fly fishing outfit. So with spinning gear, you can take a clear plastic bubble, put a little bit of water in it so that it still floats, and then have a long length of line, about maybe 4 or 5 feet worth, and tie the dry fly on the end of that line. I'm gonna try that sometime. Now that I live somewhere where it's possible to do, I used to live in California, which didn't have nearly the fishing opportunities and also happens to be burning up. It's the pit of hell there at the moment, but up here in Oregon it's quite nice. I have a Purell sanitizing hand towel in case my spouse is along and I've been handling yucky stuff, right? And then we have some snelled hooks. I don't really use these anymore these days, but they should be in the fishing bag anyway, just in case. I'll use snelled hooks. We'll put all that back into the outside zipper pocket. And then I'll show you what's in this top outer pocket, which is the only outside one we haven't peeked into yet. First I'm gonna get another Hooba Booba, because this one's shrinking. I still can't read what flavor this is. Does it say on this little wrapper? It just says something blast. Can you read it? Maybe you can tell me what it says. Something blast. Or is it blend? I don't know. Do you know how I could read it? I could use these glasses. Remember I told you the other day I was fishing and didn't have any reading glasses for close-up. So I had to, I couldn't tie my line into the fish hook eye. But these are 2.5 or something. Now I can't see anything out there, but I could see up close. Oh yeah, it says something blast, but I still can't read what the other word is. Bubble blast is what it says. That's the flavor. I didn't know this was made by Wrigley's. See, now I can read all the fine print. It says Wrigley's just above. I gotta switch back. These are way too powerful, but they're in the fishing bag because if I gotta tie a hook, it'll make it really easy to do. I gotta pull a Velcro strap. I hope this won't be too annoying. Let me see what else is in this little pocket. Wow. Here's some big steelhead or salmon hooks for fishing in the river with a ball of salmon roe. And we have another fish stringer and a couple more bobbers in that outside pocket. I like to have stuff like this in the outside pocket so that it's easy to get to and I don't have to root through the entire. I think these big hooks should go into the hook pocket though. They're not in the right location, so I wouldn't know they're there. So I just fixed that. Thank you very much. Put those bobbers back. Now finally we are ready to delve into the big main pocket of this thing. The reason I use a backpack instead of a tackle box is that some of the fishing places around here you need to hike a ways, and it's just a lot easier to take a backpack, plus you can fit more in and it's easier to get to stuff. Alright, so now we've opened up the big pocket here and we can see what's in here. I don't know what this is, but it smells a little bit stinky. Oh, I was fishing in the ocean and I was using some cured sand shrimps, okay? So even though that's sealed, it's easy to get fish to bite on these in the ocean, but very, very difficult to keep them on a hook. They just fall right off. So that's my objection to those. This is just a bag to put the fish in when I catch them. I always keep extra bags, plastic bags, for that purpose. Paper towels to wipe hands on after they get yucky. This is the best bait, best artificial bait for surf perch fishing you'll ever find. They just love these things. And the ocean puts action on them. So you don't have to do anything fancy. Just put a big weight on and throw it out in the surf. It has to be the right place and conditions, of course. A steeper drop off and the kind of place where these sand worms reside. Big surf perch love these. I caught some. I've been trying to use these little artificial guys in the ocean. They have a scent and all. So far I haven't caught anything on them, but we'll see what happens. No, wait, I did catch I caught a rockfish on one of these. I take that back. Not long ago. We have another pair of pliers. Needle nose. The action's a little stiff on these. Maybe they got a little bit corroded. And I'll have to relubricate those. We got a hand towel for when we get yucky. Here is a used one. See how icky it is? I can throw that away. What else is in here? Lots of stuff. More pinched crawlers. I showed you some already. Why do I have two things of it in one bag? I don't know. Why trout want to eat these, I don't know. But it's a very good bait for large trout if you're bait fishing. Power bait. Nuggets fit right on a number 8 hook. Sometime you can put a salmon egg on the hook first, up on the shank, and then put a piece of that power bait. They call it a Shasta fly. How do you like the little fish guy on there? Looks more like a shark to me. He's gonna eat an island, it looks like. I don't know. But let's see what's in here, in this box. A variety of things we have. Some weights and split shot here. We have a rooster tail lure, which is good for trolling or casting for trout. It's called a rooster tail, and this little blade spins around when you pull it through the water. Here is a cricket, good for bass fishing. And we have a diving plug here, which is supposed to be a crawdad. You know, look like a crawdad. Would you like to eat that one? I wouldn't. But then again, I'm not a fish. According to most people, although some say I might be one. Here, I've gone trolling now and then. Here is a super duper, is what they call this lure. Very effective for trout fishing, by the way. Super duper. Here is like a spin and glow type. This is for steelhead fishing, and it's quite effective. I caught a nice steelhead on one of those one time. Then here we have a larger lure for larger size fish, like a bass. It's a little diving trout lure. So that's what's in that side of that box. If we turn this over, we have some larger, mostly, not all, a couple larger lures on the other side. Kind of a fat diving plug. Little chubby one there. Then we have this very colorful little guy here. I don't know if I've ever caught a fish on one, but I sure do like the colors on this guy. Then we have, this is a Castmaster, and they really are great for cast and retrieve. Man, you can throw that thing 50 yards if you have the right kind of spinning reel and pull. We've got another Castmaster with a red. He got mated up with a accidentally here. Oh, there we go. See, another Castmaster. This is a crappie lure. Not crappie, crappie. It's a type of fish. Crappie. I wonder if I can hold this by the hook without hooking myself. Another little super duper, I should say. It's got a reflective thing on this side. See? Powerfully effective. All right. I usually keep boxes like this in my tackle box to organize and keep stuff straight. I have another one here, see? It's got a couple bobbers, a variety of split shot weights, more lures, a large super duper, and another couple diving plugs. Bobber. I have almost as much fun going through my fishing bag as I do fishing. So I'm enjoying this. I'm about ready to fall asleep myself. More hand wipe cloths. You get pretty paper towels for that. Here is a knife sharpener. Okay. UV salmon eggs, trout bait. These are impregnated with little metallic shiny something, but the trout haven't seemed to really go for this so far. So I might have to scrap that and go back to the classic Potski salmon eggs, which of course look like this. Trout love these. Potski. Great balls of fire. Okay. Wasn't that a Jerry Lee Lewis movie? Not movie, but song. The reason I said movie, because we were watching a Johnny Cash film last night called Walk the Line with Reese Witherspoon and that actor whose name I don't remember. Is it Joaquin Phoenix? I don't know. Anyway. And Jerry Lee Lewis, that was a fail just now, trying to blow a bubble. More sunscreen. Jerry Lee Lewis was in that film. Not the real Jerry Lee, but the one that played Jerry Lee. Here is a fishing knife, which also could be a fillet knife, because it's got a fairly flexible, sharp edge to it. For safety purposes, we'll keep this firmly ensconced in its scabbard there. Oh, I mentioned earlier why I had some 22 rounds. And that's because in this fishing bag, I have this for self-protection. But I won't mention anything more about it, since everyone is so freaked out about firearms these days. And of course I have, by the way, gotten the training and the background checks and all to get a carry permit in the state of Oregon. I have here Berkeley Strike Fish Attractant Formula. Don't you love it when something's been in a tackle box so long that the box is all beat up looking? Then you know it's seen some use, right? Berkeley Strike. I think that's about most of what's in here. There's another thing of little fishing weights. That is not going to be a soothing sound on my video. I may have to edit that out, although I forget to edit most of the time. I'm going to put everything back in here before we do a little exploration of the other fishing bag. I'll put this aside and we'll see what's in the emergency use, always in the trunk fishing bag. Okay? First I gotta close this up. I'll get that box that fell on the floor later. But for now I'll put this down there. Now I'll show you this one. Uh-oh. I forgot to put some of this other stuff back in. We'll take care of that later. Maybe if I do one more of these, I might be able to blow a bubble. But then again, maybe not. Now this big bruiser here. I have, once again, needle nose pliers on the outside, so they'll be handy. These look like they're a little corroded. I might have to clean those up. I got some hooks out there in that pocket. Laser sharp bait holders of various sizes. We have a zipper on the back. Don't be so noisy. I'm trying to put people to sleep. Do you talk to your fishing bag? I didn't think so. This zipper pocket has lots of stuff. Oh, look, a map. Oregon and Northern California. Who knew? Who else is in here? Maybe I'll find some goodies to eat. More power bait. Worms. I found more of these minnows, but I think the scent dried up on these and they're not shiny anymore. And they're very hard, so the air got to them. So I'm gonna have to put those in the trash bin pile. What's this? Oh, compass. In case I get lost in the woods when I'm fishing. And look, it's got a little magnifier so I can start a campfire using the sun if I have to. More minnows that are dried up. Why did I let this happen? When it's in the trunk, things dry out faster. Here are some tournament strength power bait artificial crawdads. And since this bag has never been opened, they're still going to be fresh and moist and ready to use whenever I need them. What's this? Very small crickets. They almost look alive. Gulp Crickets. You can almost hear them cricketing, can't you? Those are good for large panfish or smallish bass. This makes 3 different Gulp Berkeley minnows that I opened and didn't use up, and all 3 got dried out and wrecked. I'm going to have to chastise myself. I have to throw all 3 now away. None are any good anymore. Now I gotta buy more of those. What do we have here? Rattles. Looks scary. You don't want to see this guy when you're fishing. Rattlesnake quality lures. Tournament series fishing lures. Warning. Do not ingest and eat these with your morning meal. Oh wait, that's not what it says. It says, this product contains lead. Really? A chemical known to the state of California to cause birth defects. Well, that explains everything, because when I was small, there was lead paint on the walls of my parents' house. So if I'm a little aspy, you know why. Let's open the other side now, this side, and see what's in here. If we can do it without being too annoying as to sound. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's a big industrial size pier fishing stringer. This bag has more good stuff in it than my normal one. Maybe I don't need to carry the other one. I've got hearing, earplugs in case I'm target shooting. I got a bigger size bobber for ocean fishing. If I'm floating a minnow or something, or no, floating an anchovy more like, which is one way you can catch a salmon. One of many. Here's some big 2.0 hooks for rock fishing. We have a smaller stringer. I'll never be stringerless ever again. It's so embarrassing. When I did that in the spring, these are a special type of bobber that's used also for salmon fishing as one of the local techniques. What else we got here? More pliers. That way, if I lose any, I have a backup pair. Put those down in there. We have a bigger jar of salmon eggs, but they're a different brand, Siberian. See, and more of this power bait, which, as you can see, we've used some before to catch trout. It's quite effective. we also have potski, balls of fire, salmon eggs, in case the Siberian ones aren't working well. Here we have artificial salmon roe balls, which is good for steelhead fishing in the local rivers at certain times of the year. And here there's some very tiny 1-inch power nymph, not nympho, nymph, okay? Power nymph. These are for panfish like bluegill or perch. They have a species of perch around here called yellow perch, which are fairly prolific certain times of year. It's a little noisy. Let's look in the main body of the fishing bag now. This part, which I had in my thumbnail, it didn't show much in the thumbnail. Camo fishing hat. Maybe someday I'll do a fishing video with my camo hat, right? It's all messed up. I've got to fix it. Now, in case, like I said, this is an emergency fishing bag. So let's say I don't have my fishing pole with me, right? We have here a telescoping fishing rod. And you see the telescoping? So you just pull that thing out and voila. Fishing rod in a bag. And of course, somewhere in here, there must be a reel, which there is. It's not a great reel. It's just a cheap spin cast reel. But remember, this is for emergency use. So, normally I like my spinning rod. This one, of course, has more of these containers. This is going to be a nice long video for you guys, so you can really go to sleep to this one. You're getting a bargain for your money. Here is a fishing, here's a frog. That could be very effective for largemouth bass, okay? What else do we have here? You've seen this one already. Crawdad. Here's a, this has a hook on the top and the bottom, so we can hook them either way. Little swimming bluegill kind of fish to catch bass with. And some bullet weights. And we have in here, this is just for random hooks. There's a lot of stuff here. This is insect repellent. So to keep mosquitoes and biting bugs away, we have not just mosquitoes in hot summers, warm summers, we have some other biting bugs. One bit me here last year, and it got infected even though I cleaned it really good. And I had to go to the doctor. They had to cut part of my thumb to get the infection out. And I was actually using profanity, which is uncharacteristic for me. Look, I have backup fishing line in here. Trilene XL, which is very limp, smooth casting line. It's very nice for spinning rods. Some of it came undone a little bit, and we'll try to hook it into the little place where you hook it. It doesn't want to go there. There, I got it. I'm trying to hook it on this little lip thing so that it won't go all over the place. What's this? Gloves. For handling rockfish and stuff like that. This is also Berkeley power bait for trout or for catfish, actually. What are they showing there? It's sort of a trout catfish hybrid, which no such fish exists, but they were just confused about which one they're trying to get you to buy for. A backup pair of polarized sunglasses. Very important if you're out on a sunny day. You can see way down in the water much better when you're looking for fish or your fishing line. I can't show you what's in here because it's top secret. Oh no, wait. That's only because this blue is in the way. Let's peek and see. Just more lures. Cast masters and stuff. I see a frog down in there. It looks weird, doesn't it? Because we only see the little kicking feet. There's something rude about that. Turn this over. See what's on the other side. Mostly just weights. A variety of weights. So that's that. This little box we can actually see into. Kind of. It's a bit see-through box. I think they have a pre-made just a pre-made snap-on swivel here with a hook on it in case I have a swivel on the end of my line to keep it from getting kinked. I can just snap on a lure, or I can snap on this hook real quick like. That's a lure that used to catch me a lot of small trout. It's called a Glen L. They don't make them anymore. I think that might be my last known specimen. I hoarded them for a while. I've been using them ever since I was in my 20s. So that shows you how old that lure is. Not that I'm going to tell you my age, because I'm not. Although I might have told you in the past and forgot. What's this? It's a lighter. Does it have fluid? Yep. It's a lighter. So if I have to start a warming campfire or something like that to cook my fish, or I get lost in the woods, I've got that. As well as that little magnifying glass. Oh, we better put back our emergency fishing pole and our emergency fishing reel, which hopefully I don't have to use much, because neither of them is all that great compared to the better equipment I normally use. Well, I think that about wraps it up for these. I actually have another fishing bag, which which is for just saltwater fishing. But I don't really want to get into that one today. So maybe in the future. But for now, I finally blew a bubble, but I didn't pop it. Not audibly. I always have trouble with it. Something about how my own teeth work or something like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you're asleep by now. But if you're still awake, please give it a thumbs up. I guess you can only do one thumb, right? And please subscribe to my channel. Please click on the bell. Wait, is the bell down here or is it down here? I can't remember. But anyway, please click on the bell so you'll get notified when I have posted a new video. And you might want to check out my wife's McBong ASMR channel. She eats lots of goodies on her channel. Scorpio and YT, all one word. And her daughter makes good videos, including a recent incredibly funny parody of Scorpio and YT. Her daughter's channel is Art and Beauty Freak, and that's one of them. And the other one is Ariaville. I'll try to remember to write them on the screen. And so, until next time, kindly don't ASMR and drive, alright? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.